Okay, for whoever is watching, I'm pulling some cards to just give us some insight. And I tell you about cards, they just stimulate your own inner knowing, your own inner insight. Just like, when you read a book or when you go out for a walk in nature, they're just giving your own inner insight. So, whatever you read from what comes up is your truth, your message for yourself. And this is, it's just another tool, a stimulation for coming up with some insight to what's really going on in our depth. So I'm going to read the cards and I'm going to interpret from what comes through to me. Then you need to interpret for yourself what comes through for you. So my words are going to stimulate an inner knowing, an inner wisdom, an inner message within yourself. That's the message to listen to. So here we go. I pulled 3 cards, where we're coming from, where we are now, and where we're going. So the first card I pulled, where we're coming from, whoops, where did we come from? The Ace of Cups. It's red. It has to do with your root chakra. It has to do with your earth, your grounding in the earth. And Ace of Cups, I'm going to read this actually, what it says from here. So it's actually many layers of interpretations. It's the layer of interpretations from the one who actually created this card. It's a chakra wisdom card tarot, right? And then I'm going to interpret it, and then you're going to interpret it. So it'll make meaning to you. So it's the root of wanton abandon. Oh my goodness. The lady of the ace reaches for her internal desires to the cup of bliss, being, I might need to get my other glasses, my prescription glasses. But let me see. The bliss being offered by the Creator. So she's given a cup of bliss offered by the Creator. That's where we came from. That we are given a cup of bliss by our Creator. That's where we come from. It represents love offered and being fully committed to the moment. Are you being ruled by your brain or your soul reaching away from the roots of your past? The grounding power of the root chakra brings tangible results from a vision. Do you have a vision of love? Can you experience it? Okay, this is really knowing that where we came from, everything that's happened to us, in the past, everything that brought us to this moment is a gift of love. So are we focused on the love gifts that we have? The opportunities for expanding our love and beauty and abundance? So that's what this is about. Really pay attention and recognize the gift of love that is in everything that brought us to this moment that we're at now. Our whole past, everything that's happened to us, our family, our relationships, everything. It's a gift of love. If you can see it that way, then you get rooted into this earth in the most beneficial way for yourself. So the meditation is to imagine reaching to the heavens as white light comes onto you and brings your desired result down to earth. This is for manifesting. You're going to be able to manifest through this. What would most support you in this moment? So just really think into what would most support you in this moment, and just feel it coming down through a white light from heaven to support you. Just like this cup of blessing is coming down. So while others may influence you, only you can choose to receive the love offering. So the love offering is there. You just have to choose to receive it, to allow it. So really feel that white light coming down to receive the love offering. That's where we're coming from. Now this is where we're going to. Ooh, the Hanged Woman. This is where we are now. This is where we are now. Upside down. This is the highest chakra, the blue high chakra. And what the Hanged Woman says here, and now I am, if you don't mind, going to go get my other reading glasses. It's just easier in my eyes. Hold on just a second. Okay, these are my prescription glasses. Okay, so the Hanged Woman. All right, this is a pause for your future. We are now at a place where we're pausing to understand our future. Okay, you have felt trapped in things that you've overlooked, and now you have to pause and do nothing. This is just like I did in the last video. Pause and do nothing. Like the mountains of ice floating behind her, if you see that, she must remain frozen. Any movement could unsettle the progress you have made. So just pause now. This is the sixth chakra, representing a time for intuitive knowing. This is when we pull in that feminine yin wisdom in the pause, in the doing nothing, in the saying nothing. And look and discern that if your true intention is what you are connecting to, really access what are your dreams. When struggle is put on pause and we relax into the unknown, we allow new ideas and the family of origin agreements to be revealed. It's a time for us to be certain our choices are our own. So this is when when we pause, we can see if we are really choosing what we want, or we are going on with agreements that others are imposing on us, or others are influencing us to do. So this is the time of pause to reconnect with yourself. As we follow the Fool on her shadow journey, it becomes clear that we cannot proceed if our plans are made only to impress or to help others. Obligations based on guilt keep us stuck. So the key words here is to delay, to wait, to pause, transitions and rebirth, sacrifice and rebirth. So this is kind of a revisitation of what once was a fortunate circumstance in our life. It's to break free and step into who you came here to be, aligning with the universal energy. So breathe into it. Think about, this is the meditation, is to think about what you have long awaited for in your life, the future you see for yourself. Is this what you truly desire? So this is a pause to know what you truly desire. Be honest with yourself and try to connect to the voice of your inner child. Write down what they could say if this would be helpful. So write down what your inner child would say. Maybe have a dialogue. Write your inner child's statement and then what you would say to the inner child. You can ask questions back and forth and answer. Is it time to recognize your own personal, individual vision? So your next step is to allow the false self to dissipate, to just kind of melt away, and allow for the new higher you to emerge. Just as I was talking about the experience of a higher self that tends to see wisdoms, and you write those things down or record those things somehow, and you revisit your own wisdom of your higher self. In fact, that is what this book that I wrote, Peace, Discovering Life's Harmony Through Relationships, it is a book where you write down your inner wisdom based on some questions that I ask in order to stimulate your own inner wisdom. And in doing so, you have your personal inner wisdom to go back to in any time of confusion. So I'll write that down or later so you can see it. So this is where we are now. Just pause. Just pause. Allow yourself to reflect. Allow that which does not serve you to dissipate, and allow the new, the higher beingness of yourself come forth. Okay, now we're going to look at the future. This is the card for the future, and it's upside down. The Queen of Wands, upside down. So Queen of Wands upside down has a significance as well. I'm going to look at that. Queen of Wands, queens must be here. So what is written about the Queen of Wands in this thing? First of all, you see that it's also the higher chakra. It's the higher spiritual beingness of yourself. Okay, Queen of Wands. It almost doesn't want to open up. So I don't know what this is about, but here we go. The Queen of Wands is the card of sustainable vision. So your vision that you're coming up with now, the sustainability of it. And it says it's the window to the big picture. You're holding space to process the sadness, to recognize what we've been going through. Okay, it's holding space to process the sadness and recognize what we've been going through. So I'm seeing this as a lot of new information is coming, and a lot of hardship has been going on in the last year and a half. And we're going to come through it, understanding it all and processing a grief and a sadness for maybe how we reacted, maybe what we allowed that we really didn't want, and to just give ourselves space, just space to grieve. It's really important. That's what's coming up for us. And so true freedom is only available when we let others off the hook. Forgiveness. That's what this is talking about. Just things happened, recognize what happened, and allow it to just go away. That's how I think they healed the nation of South Africa after apartheid. They just brought forth the truth of what really happened and just forgave. No punishment, nothing. It was just, okay, past is past. This is our new life going forward, our new future. So this is what's coming up for us. We're in our pause. We're going to see things more clearly. When we see things more clearly, we're going to feel, oh my God, how did I allow for that? Oh my God, how was I a part of something that I find disgusting right now? I mean, think of how the common, ordinary German citizen felt after World War II and discovering what was going on in their nation. It's about forgiveness. And what did we do? We actually just helped the people of that nation create a new nation that's a beautiful, powerful nation today. And it's not holding people to judgments of the past. We can't hold ourselves to judgments of the past. We knew what we knew when we knew it, and we made our best decisions based on that. When we get new information, we just have to do what's best. Grieve, perhaps, some of the mistakes we've made, but grieve in our short period and forgive and move forward. So the meditation is to step into the true vision of your future, right? What you really want. Take 1 full minute and walk around the room acting as if you are already in your new life vision. What do you see, feel, know? What are you doing and about to do? Do this as often as you can until your new vision becomes real. So live as if. Fake it till you make it, right? Into your vision. See the love, see the harmony, see the acceptance between one another, see the collaboration and how we serve one another, and we have all the abundance in the world because everybody is serving with their skills and their abilities and their resources. And so it's all there for us whenever we need and as we need it. Feel that, live that, see that, hear that, until it becomes that. You know, give joyously of what you have to give and offer, and just receive whatever it is that you need to feel in your abundance and live in your abundance. So, are you willing to let go of those whose visions of you no longer support either of you? So if somebody's stuck in seeing you in a particular way, you might want to let go of that relationship for a while. Not the love is always there, but let go of the relationship. You don't have to engage with someone who's always seeing you as the problem child, right? Or the problem, or the poor one, or the one who is not capable of doing things. Just let go of that, and then come into the truth of who you are and the vision of who you really are. Now, one thing I forgot to do is read what it means upside down. Because upside down, reversed, it means self-deception, exhaustion, recklessness, self-sabotage. So that's a possibility with this card, that maybe in the future you get stuck in your grieving and blaming yourself for doing the best you could with what you knew in the moment. You know, this kind of judgment of like, I should have known better, I should have known better. No, you only know what you learn, and you have to experience things and as you learn. And yeah, it's kind of like that movie, The Sixth Sense, at the end, where you realize, oh, this is what really happened. And I had all those clues all along. How come I didn't figure it out earlier? It just is. You figure it out when you figure it out. And love and forgive yourself and give yourself that credit for figuring out when you do. So, you know, if you keep, you know, beating yourself up, you are going to self-sabotage, which is holding yourself back from that future, which is your ideal, your vision of abundance and joy and everything. So that's what's to watch out for in the future. Let's turn this card around and be going forward, letting go of that which does not serve us, and finding the new, being the new. So from this interpretation of these cards that randomly came out, find your own interpretation for yourself. You might want to write it down. You might want to just start writing and just see what comes out as you're writing it down. I'll show you the first 3 cards again. This was, we come on a foundation of love, and we're being gifted love. Everything that's happened in our life, brought us to this moment, is love gift. Are you going to allow yourself to receive the love gift of it all? Where we are in this moment is the Hangman. It's just pausing, allowing the yin, divine feminine wisdom to come in the pause, in the quietness. And then what's in the future is allowing yourself to let go and to receive the ideal future, the ideal vision that's in your heart. Do it by just let yourself see it, feel it, experience it in your mind, in your fantasy. So you keep doing that until it starts manifesting. All right. Thank you. Go forth in this day with blessings.